All right, welcome to Meta Sportscast. I'm James. This is Nate.
What's
We're
up,
gonna get
guys?
right into this news of. I mean, still rumors at this point, but Hideki is rumored to be going to Live Tour for $400 million.
Yeah,
$400 million.
yep,
That would
yeah,
that's the fourth biggest contract in sports history.
yeah. There's only three people who've gotten contracts bigger. Messi, 2017, 673.8 million. Patrick Mahomes in 2020 got his 503 million, and then Mike Trout in 2019 got his 426 million. I
Dude,
mean, $400 million for Live Golf for Hideki Matsuyama. I mean, what did Phil got? What 200 or 250?
I think it was 250.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
it
exactly
was.
sure, but I know. I mean, Phil was insane too, but 400 million. I mean, that's more than the course earnings. The course earnings of Tiger, Phil, Rory, Spieth, all combined.
Yeah, it's like
That's a massive.
that's almost doubling. I gotta make sure. I'm gonna look it up really quick.
That kind of shows you the market though in Asia. I mean, they're betting on this man. I mean, it's a good man to bet on.
Yeah,
So
but okay, so listen to this. Phil Mickelson's was $200 million contract.
you're talking
Dustin
double that.
Johnson,
Wow.
Dustin Johnson was 175. His contract is worth 25 million more than Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson combining their two
Yeah, that
contracts.
is that is
For
unreal.
Matsuyama, like he don't get me wrong, he's an amazing player. But like DJ, you have who the last 3 4 years has constantly been up at one or two. He's been up
That's
in the
true.
top five. Matsuyama, he's been good, but I mean, offering him more than some of the top 10 guys in the world,
I get it,
that's
but I
crazy. I
I
get
think
it.
that's
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm kind of getting at is like the Asian market's that big.
yeah. Because like Cam Smith, the rumors were the week before when he won the Open was 90 million for him, and he had just come off an Open win.
He's been on a tear.
Yeah, and he's getting that. He's Matsuyama's contract is 4 times more than that.
I think the PGA's I mean in a little bit of heat here, man, with
Well,
Liv coming
right
out.
now they can't. Now the PGA can't say anything to their golfers because they're being investigated by the DOJ
Yep.
for intimidation. I mean,
It's
the
it's an
PGA
interesting
messed up
battle.
so bad doing that.
It's an interesting battle because Liv literally came out of nowhere with an unreal amount of money at these players.
No, I
to
mean, yeah, the
it's
Saudi Arabians have.
it's one of the moments in the players' lives in my thinking that they're literally like, wow, this type of money is something you can't say no to, and I still get to do what I love.
Yeah, and they get
Like,
more
why
time to
not
spend with
take
their
that?
families and stuff. And
Exactly.
PGA saying it's bad for the game, bad for the game. What do? They go out, create their own 8 tournament
Yeah, that was
series
hilarious.
for 20 million each person. They copied Live, buy the book on it, so they didn't lose any more golfers. But after you start trying to intimidate your golfers into staying with you, who's gonna want to stay there? No, the golfer. Like obviously like Rory and Tiger, they're gonna defend PGA because they've made
That's their live.
so much
Yeah, they've
more
been there,
money than any other golfer on the tour right now. So of course they're gonna have PGA's back.
of course. What the PGA has done for those players in
Yeah,
their
for
in their
those two
careers,
specifically.
I mean, they wouldn't be where they are. You know what I'm saying? They
Exactly.
wouldn't have accomplished what they did.
Mm-mm.
So they gotta rep PGA. But these newer cats coming in all day, they're gonna go with Liv all day.
Yeah, who wouldn't? And then they're saying, I know, I understand, like for the love of the game and stuff, but if it's so much for the love of the game, why do you go out and then just copy and paste your competition's tournament right into your own
Y-
schedule
No, I know
after
I read
saying you're
this. I know I read this. I'm gonna look it up. I don't think it is gonna be done for a little bit, but Liv did apply to get world ranking points.
good?
So if that gets approved, you're
That's
talking everybody could be switching. I mean, with the amount of money they're offering these players, compare like the PGA could have been doing this for years, and they're showing that with that 8 tournament
yeah.
that
Th-
they've
they
came
put
up
them
with out of nowhere.
yeah, that they put themselves into a hole. obviously that's PGA. They'll be smart about it. They'll get out of it. I mean, golf fans will be golf fans. So I mean, they're still gonna have some big tournaments through the year. It's PGA,
That's true.
but they finally have some competition, which is gonna make it a little bit more interesting. I think
That's so true.
how this unfolds over the next couple of years will be very interesting.
I read this thing the other day. This is gonna sound crazy because this is obviously one person's opinion, but this dude was like, why aren't more courses like courses in Europe in over here in the States? Like compared to San Andrews, the
Hmm.
Masters course doesn't look like anything compared to St. Andrews. And
Yeah,
so and it's like, well, I mean, at that point, they just pick hard courses and cool courses that people have built over time.
yeah,
I mean, it's all connections at that
yeah,
level.
yeah. And the thing is, the way that St. Andrews was built out, um, it's what's that type of golf called out there?
I got a hoodie from there, man.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
But I can't remember.
visited.
But it's like the golf out there. The way that they built it out is it's challenging more because of the weather factors.
Yes, and that's what's
That's
so
the thing.
interesting
I
too.
can't remember it. There's a certain name for it for like that type of golf out there, and I can't remember at the moment.
I'm not too sure, man.
But yeah, I mean, out there you have to play a game completely different than you've ever known.
That's
It's
true.
low. I mean, drivers and woods. If you've got wind to your back, great. If not, you're gonna be hitting punch shots all day.
Yeah, and that's the worst part. One iron, boop.
And one iron goes like 170 because you have 40-mile-per-hour winds in your face.
Yep, that is awesome. I would love
Yeah,
to golf in something like that though. There's a course up in. I almost went to the like. I was gonna go to this college. I didn't end up going to this one, but their conference course, like when they play for, I think it was conference or regionals or something.
yeah.
It would have been Whistling Straits.
I think you've told me this story before, but yeah. So that's very similar to the build out of St. Andrews.
Yeah, and like nuts, dude.
Oh yeah.
Nutty.
I, for me,
Like that
there's
type of golf is, it's completely different than anything you've ever done.
oh yeah. No, I was like that wind and everything, but for me, I think
The amount of
there's
sand traps on that course, man, I
yeah.
wanted to off myself.
um out or in the US, there's two courses I want to go to still. And play Pebble Beach, one being one of them. The other one is three courses and it's Bandon Dunes.
Okay, yeah, that's
Bandon
good.
Dunes would be one that I would love to play one day in Oregon.
I can't, now I'm trying to think of the course. Oh my gosh.
Where
It's super, it's the Tiger Woods course. It's public. I think it's up in New York or something like that.
Bethpage Black?
Bethpage Black. There we
Yeah,
go.
Bethpage
I was
Black.
about to say Bethany. I did not want to
Yeah.
say that obviously because I knew it was wrong.
But yeah,
But
Bethpage Black.
yeah, Bethpage Black because that course. I mean they literally have signs
One
that
of the
be like,
longest.
warning,
Yeah,
this
it's
course is
literally one
for.
of the longest courses the tour's ever played on,
I
if not the
really want to.
longest.
I just want to play that course, experience it, and shoot
Oh
a. I
yeah.
want to shoot a 90 fucking something.
Just don't as long as I don't have to deal with that insane rough. I'm good.
No, I want to deal with it all, man. I
I've
want to
had to
shoot in the
play
90s.
so I don't know if the rough definitely wasn't that high, but there was a tournament that my school was hosting out here when I was in high school. And they grew out the rough to where you would lose your ball in the rough. Like it was hard to find.
I
I'm like,
hate those. I
and we
hate
would
it.
go out there for practice rounds for like an entire week, and I would lost, I don't know, just by barely missing a drive too. And the ball would be lost in the rough, and people like it was happening to all of us.
Yeah, there was a course back home that was pretty much all trees. So if your driver wasn't on that day, don't
You're
use it. Do not use it.
use a 5 or 4 or 5 iron, hit the ball out,
Yes.
just get it straight.
And I loved, so like back in the day, the only things I was good at was driving and my iron play
Yeah,
was nuts. But my putting and chipping blew nuts.
the two
So
most important parts of the game.
but that was great about my iron play because I could always get to the green in regulation.
Yeah.
I could almost always do that. No problem.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking putting. I'd always 2-3 putt. I'd never had I'd get birdies, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'd always par, bogey, 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 par, bogey, bogey, par.
You would
Like,
get, and then you like after you go a little bit, you start getting streaky with one or the other, and then
yup,
yep.
yup. And it's always one or the other. And I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could have focused on my putting more and just putted a lot, but like I didn't care. Like, to be honest, I still do it to this day. I would almost every time walk up on the greens, even in tournaments. I'd have my chipper out and I just use my chipper to putt.
Oh
Cause
yeah, use one of your
I hated
wedges.
putting, man. Putting was like, get the fuck out of here. Just let me hit the ball. Like, I just want to hit the ball, man. Get the fucking
Right.
get in it. Fuck it. That was me. That was me. So we'll move on here. We're gonna talk a little bit of Web3 here a little bit. So
Oh yeah.
do not mint has been trending now for, I mean, it's been trended a couple times over the past couple days,
Hmm.
which basically what happened, big social engineering hack. Everybody, a bunch of people's social media accounts got hacked. And then these
Yeah.
hackers posted a bunch of malicious links to fake minting websites and they wipe your wallet or you'd spend the whatever. They were wiping people's wallets. And this has been now happening quite frequently. So, I mean, it looks like these bad actors have rotated from Discord now to just hacking their Twitter accounts. They're big accounts. I mean, we're talking
Yeah.
80,000 followers plus on a lot of these
Yeah.
accounts.
5 figures plus followers.
Yeah, so I mean, we're not talking no small fries. So
No.
lots of people get money's getting absolutely wiped, and that's why I preach two-factor, man. And
Mm.
don't do the two-factor on you got to do it with the app, the authenticator app.
Yeah, the authenticator app. Don't just,
Yep,
yeah, use the authenticator app. It's gonna
got to
keep
use
you a
I mean,
lot safer. All your information will be safer.
so doing the hacking and everything on the side here, um, my perspective is, and I've talked about this in my hacking groups. Basically, the real bad actors haven't even entered the space yet. I mean, right now we're still dealing with a bunch of script kiddies
Oh yeah.
that literally can go on GitHub or wherever they need to go. I mean, a lot of these wallet draining malwares
Yeah, they're
are for
small.
sale for 50 to 150
Yeah,
bucks. You
they're
just
cheap,
buy them
easy to get.
and you just you run the links behind them and everything. Like anybody can do this shit. And right now we haven't seen a really mass hack, like a good hack. It's all
Yeah.
script kiddies fishing, fishing for
Yeah.
links, fishing. Like I'm waiting, and I hate to say this because people are not taking security as serious as they need to be in this space. But
Oh yeah.
when the real bad actors make it here, once they finally realize, holy shit, there's a lot of money coming through here, people are in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are in trouble, man. I
So if you ever get like a mysterious link on email, text, whatever, just don't click it if you don't know who it is. And if even if you get it, because I've had people messaging me the last few days of like, "Oh, is this your picture or someone, or is this your family relative or someone?" I'm
yeah.
like, it's clearly a scam. Just be careful what you click on because it could be very, very
Yeah,
dangerous at the end of the day.
I'll put a couple resources in the description of this video,
Good
but
idea.
there's one that's put in there. Basically, you can copy paste any link, put it on this website, and it'll check the link for any basically mal if it's going to be a phishing link or anything like that.
Hmm.
So it's a great link. I use this other one too for emails because everyone wants you to sign up with an email, make an account, whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, just makes you an email. It lasts about 10 minutes, so it gives you time to open the email, set up the account, and then wipes the email. So you don't have to keep giving out your main email.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, just especially with the way technology is evolving today, you've got to be safe with your information. Just
It's
make
nuts.
sure you take care of it.
So we'll
Never
move
give
on
out.
now.
Oh, I
Oh,
was gonna
no
say really
worries.
quick. Never give out any personal information on the internet whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
Just don't do it.
that's the common rule of thumb.
But do you know how many people I've heard saying,
It's because
"Oh,
they're
but it
dumb.
was exactly." It's like never. There's a reason why people say never put your personal information on the internet.
But we'll move back into sports here.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and swap it over here to my man, Mr. Murray out here in Arizona, signing that $230 million contract here. So
For 5 years.
they're betting on him to be the future quarterback, man.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, hope the kid succeeds.
Oh, I hope he does, man. I'm out
Yeah,
here
because
now. I moved out here. I gotta
yeah,
support him.
for me it's a little bit harder to say that because I'm a Seahawks fan, but at the end of the day, you just want to see these guys succeed and do good in the NFL, put together good games, make it entertaining. Um, I think the one like I wouldn't say like I guess you can't really say it's an issue with the contract, but one of the things that stands out to me about Kyler Murray is his lack of playoff wins and experience. He's been in one playoff game, he lost it. Don't get me wrong, it's experience that he got one game of experience in there, But to try to lock him up for this long, like, and for that much, I mean, he's got the talent behind him.
I was
Can
about
he
to say they
stay?
just have to build him.
Yeah.
He's got the talent there. If he
Can he
just keeps.
stay healthy enough to continue going?
Hmm.
And can we really see Kyler Murray break out into this even bigger? Like, everyone thinks he's a star. Don't get me wrong. He's got the name. He was the number one overall pick. He's exciting to watch because he can run like a quarterback. Like, he's almost like Lamar can run.
Yeah,
Not he doesn't do it as
he's
often.
pretty
His arm
quick.
strength, I will say, his arm strength is much better. He throwing wise, I would take Kyler Murray over Lamar any day personally. Um, but I'm sort of curious to see what happens. And I'm curious to see if the Ravens will give Lamar a bigger deal than Kyler Murray, considering that Lamar has an MVP to his name and has won a few playoff games.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for the season to be coming. I mean, we're right
We're here.
there, right there.
Training camps for all but two teams start tomorrow, and then two teams started on the 23rd already with full
I'm
training
excited for
camps.
the season, man.
Next Thursday is a Hall of Fame game.
I'm
Next
excited.
Thursday.
So we'll move on now to the Celtics here.
Hmm.
So the Celtics here are rumored to be engaging in talks to acquire Kevin Durant.
Well, not just that. It's the fact that they have already sent over an
Yep,
offer to the Nets and it got declined. The biggest thing that happened though was the fact that
they
Boston included Jalen Brown.
they sent him, and Jalen Brown tweeted about it. Just
He said, I don't, well, we can't say for sure if he tweeted about it, but the
that's
timing
true.
of it, he said, shaking my head just minutes after the news broke.
You can only
So
take away so much.
that was probably one of the dumbest things the Celtics could have done was put him in a trade, considering how crucial he was to their run to the finals last year.
Yeah, it just goes to show you though that in that business, I mean,
Hmm.
everybody's expendable.
Yeah,
They,
but
they're
here's the
just
thing:
trying to get the right players to win a championship.
Celtics fans hated the trade
Yeah, of
if it were to happen
course. Of
because
course.
why are you going to trade away your
Why would
future like that for KD? Like, don't get me wrong, KD is
exactly.
amazing, but I would personally rather keep Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum together. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Don't get me wrong, KD, Jason Tatum together sounds great, but you're gonna have Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum together for a lot longer than you would have KD.
Yep. And that's
So
what I mean.
it's
That's what I
just those
like
waiting
about.
games
I
that
mean,
happen with that.
we talked about it the other day, but that's what I like about James Harden and how he was just like, pay whoever you need to pay to
Hmm.
win a championship and give me whatever's left over. I just want to win a champion. Like that's all you need to do, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone's chasing these teams to go win championships here, there, over there. Everyone's doing it nowadays. It's kind of
yeah.
wild. I mean, Steph Curry's not, and the Warriors
Steph,
team has been
it,
solid besides Durant leaving and coming and leaving and
yeah, yeah. I mean, this year and then earlier this year, there was rumors that Golden State put in a trade for Kevin Durant, but they
that'd
had to
be
include they put it the rumored trade had I think Jordan Poole involved going to the Brooklyn Nets. I'm like, why? Jordan Poole out of everyone on that team. Jordan
yeah.
Poole is I mean, he's learning
Don't
from
get me
Steph
wrong.
right now.
Kevin Durant is
He's
one of the
great.
best
He's
basketball
amazing.
players.
But how
100%.
long will you have him? Because Jordan Poole is going to be the guy that probably takes the mantle from Steph when Steph is ready to leave the game, which who knows when that will be. But
Steph's
Jordan
got a lot of
Poole,
years in him, I think.
yeah. But Jordan Poole playing the way he does last year was massive for Golden State too.
Yeah.
So what it's going to take to get KD to be traded is a superstar, like top 15 talent in the NBA. And I don't know if it's really worth giving up a younger guy that is that good for Kevin Durant.
Someone you can build up. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather be able to build a team around my guys and trade for Kevin Durant, who's played in who knows how many different systems at this point.
that's true.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
this whole KD saga is going to be very interesting, and it'll be the talk until the NBA starts the season or until he's traded. But once he gets traded and goes somewhere, it'll still be some of the biggest talk in sports.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you're talking one of the best players in the NBA right now.
Yeah,
So I mean, no matter what news comes from that, it's gonna be massive.
it's
It's
going to be
Kevin
big
Durant.
regardless. Yeah, it's KD. I mean,
So we'll move on here now to the next one. This one interested me, so I wanted to give it a little talk. I mean, we're talking the one of the actually, I'm not gonna say one of the nicest Mickey Mantle card is gonna be going up for auction here. I mean, it's looking to break records. The previous
Yep.
record for a baseball card was 6.6 million.
Yep.
They're,
Honus
they
Wagner last year.
yeah, they're estimating this one's gonna rake in around 10.
Yeah, so that's the estimated right now. There's interest was already heavy on Monday. This is from ESPN. This is quoted from ESPN. Interest was already heavy on Monday when the auction debuted online with bidding up to at least 4.2 already. The auction ends on August 27th.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if it's already at 4.2,
Just days. I mean, obviously
oof.
it's gonna it had the big jump like every card does on the market like that. A card like that's a 9.5 mint Mickey Mantle.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, and it's the best known Mickey Mantle rookie card in existence.
yeah. So it's like,
It's crazy that it's funny that it's from a guy that played for the guy that owns it right now, played for the Yankees back in I believe it was the 60s or the 70s,
mhm,
and he just held on to that card ever
yeah.
since, which absolute legend to do that.
Oh
He's
yeah.
had it for over 30 years, he said. So I mean that is legendary move right
Yeah.
there. Legendary.
He bought the card. Okay, so the owner bought the card at a New York City show in 1991 for 50K. 50K. And he's about to sell it for probably over 10 million.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can you talk about maybe one of the greatest $50,000 investments of all
I was about
time?
to say that's a pretty good ROI, man.
Jeez, what? I don't even. I can't do the math on like what
It's
the
a lot.
percentage is there. It's yeah, it's a big time
It's
percentage
hefty.
increase.
Hefty.
Obviously, yeah, obviously, like the card market right now for any cards in general is extremely hot.
The card market ever since COVID has popped
Yeah,
off.
I mean, you had Pokemon cards that started big again, like it came up big, and
Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic. I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've always been a fan of Magic the Gathering. I'm a huge nerd. I haven't played it in a couple years, but I used to play
Yeah,
Magic every Friday. I love that stuff.
yeah. I
Dungeons and
mean,
Dragons. I'm a
baseball.
huge nerd.
Granted, baseball cards have always had a history of being like expensive, but the last few years it's gone to greater heights than anyone could ever imagined.
Yeah, I love it, man. So,
Yeah.
well, that's gonna kind of wrap it up for this episode. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great day.